Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Sarah. I'm a final year IT student
Why do you want to work here?
because I admire your company and want to learn.
What are your strengths?
I'm hardworking, detail-oriented, and a fast learner.
What are your weaknesses?
I sometimes get nervous when speaking in public.
Do you have any experience?
I did an internship at a software company last year.
What did you learn from your internship?
I learned teamwork, coding, and communication skills.
How do you handle pressure?
I stay calm, plan my tasks, and ask for help if needed.
Are you a team player?
Yes, I enjoy working with others to achieve goals.
What motivates you?
Learning new skills and achieving goals motivate me.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself as a professional in a tech company.
What do you know about our company?
You focus on innovation and digital solutions.
Why should we hire you?
I'm eager, adaptable, and ready to learn and grow.
Can you work under tight deadlines?
Yes, I can manage my time and stay focused.
How do you prioritize tasks?
I list them by urgency and deadlines.
What is your biggest achievement?
I won a coding competition at my university.
Do you prefer working alone or in a team?
I like both, but teamwork helps me learn more.
How do you deal with failure?
I reflect, learn from mistakes, and improve myself.
Do you have leadership experience?
I was the class representative last year.
What are your career goals?
I want to become a project manager in IT.
Can you start immediately?
Yes, I'm available to start right away.
Are you willing to relocate?
Yes, I am open to relocation if needed.
Do you know any programming languages?
Yes, I know Python, Java, and C++.
How do you stay organized?
I use to-do lists and calendars regularly.
What is your GPA?
My GPA is 3.8 out of 4.0.
Tell me about a challenge you faced.
I struggled with group communication, but improved.
How do you handle criticism?
I listen, accept it positively, and learn from it.
What is your greatest skill?
My greatest skill is problem solving.
How do you manage your time?
I plan daily tasks and set priorities.
Are you currently employed?
No, I'm looking for my first job.
What type of work environment do you prefer?
I prefer a collaborative and innovative environment.
Have you ever missed a deadline?
Once, but I learned to manage time better.
What is your dream job?
My dream job is being a project manager in tech.
Do you have any certifications?
Yes, I'm certified in Microsoft Excel and Google Analytics.
How would your friends describe you?
They say I'm friendly, helpful, and determined.
What languages do you speak?
I speak English and a little French.
Have you worked on any team projects?
Yes, I worked on a web design team project.
What makes you unique?
My passion for learning and attention to detail.
How do you stay motivated?
I set small goals and reward myself.
Have you ever led a project?
Yes, during my final year at university.
Are you comfortable with technology?
Yes, I use it daily for studies and projects.
What does success mean to you?
Achieving goals and making a difference.
How do you handle multitasking?
I focus on one task at a time, then move on.
What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about technology and learning.
Do you consider yourself responsible?
Yes, I take full responsibility for my work.
What are your salary expectations?
I'm open to discussing a fair entry-level salary.
Have you ever solved a conflict?
Yes, I mediated between team members at university.
How do you define professionalism?
Being respectful, responsible, and ethical.
What do you do in your free time?
I read books and explore new software tools.
Can you describe your communication skills?
I communicate clearly and listen actively.
Are you flexible with your schedule?
Yes, I can adjust based on work needs.
How do you handle mistakes?
I admit, correct, and learn from them.
Do you like learning new things?
Yes, I love learning and improving myself.
Have you ever failed at something?
Yes, but I turned it into a learning experience.
How would you describe your personality?
I'm friendly, positive, and self-motivated.
How do you manage stress?
I stay calm, take breaks, and stay focused.
What kind of manager do you prefer?
Someone who is supportive and gives feedback.
Are you detail-oriented?
Yes, I always double-check my work.
Have you ever taken initiative?
Yes, I started a study group for my class.
What do you expect from this job?
To learn, contribute, and grow professionally.
Do you follow industry trends?
Yes, I read tech blogs and attend webinars.
Can you work overtime if needed?
Yes, I'm willing to work overtime when required.
What do you value most in a job?
Opportunities to learn, and a good team culture.
Are you good at problem solving?
Yes, I enjoy analyzing and solving challenges.
What does teamwork mean to you?
Working together to achieve shared goals.
Have you ever managed a budget?
Yes, During an event we organized at school.
How do you prepare for presentations?
I research, practice, and use visual aids.
Can you work independently?
Yes, I'm self-disciplined and focused.
What are your short-term goals?
To get a job and develop my skills.
What are your long-term goals?
To grow into a leadership position.
What's your ideal company culture?
Innovative, inclusive, and supportive.
What do you know about this role?
It involves teamwork, communication, and tech tasks.
Have you ever missed a class or deadline?
Rarely, and I always inform in advance.
What's your greatest fear professionally?
Not meeting expectations, but I work hard to avoid that.
How do you stay updated in your field?
I read articles and take online courses.
Do you prefer working fast or perfectly?
I try to balance speed with quality.
How do you deal with a difficult coworker?
I stay calm and try to understand their side.
Have you ever had a mentor?
Yes, one of my professors guided me a lot.
What would you do if you disagree with your boss?
I'd respectfully share my opinion with reasons.
What do you bring to this company?
Enthusiasm, fresh ideas, and a strong work ethic.
What makes you a good candidate?
My skills, attitude, and eagerness to learn.
What's your biggest regret?
Not applying for internships earlier, but I'm catching up now.
Are you open to feedback?
Absolutely. Feedback helps me grow.
Have you ever trained someone?
I helped a classmate understand programming basics.
Do you set goals for yourself?
Yes, I set weekly and monthly goals.
How do you handle repetitive tasks?
I stay focused and find ways to be more efficient.
What do you do if you miss a deadline?
I communicate early and work harder to catch up.
Do you prefer leadership or following?
I enjoy both depending on the situation.
What's your attitude towards risk?
I take calculated risks and prepare for outcomes.
How do you measure success?
By learning, improving, and achieving set goals.
What's something you've taught yourself?
I taught myself how to use Adobe Photoshop.
What kind of feedback do you appreciate?
Honest and constructive feedback.
How do you stay productive?
By minimizing distractions and staying organized.
What was your favorite course in university?
Software development was my favorite course.
What's your approach to learning?
Hands-on practice and repetition work, best for me.
How do you deal with tight schedules?
I break tasks into steps and stay focused.
What type of people do you like to work with?
Friendly, honest, and goal-oriented people.
What does work-life balance mean to you?
Having time for both personal and professional life.
Are you good with deadlines?
Yes, I always aim to finish on time.
How do you stay focused at work?
I remove distractions and set small goals.
What is your availability?
I am available full-time and ready to begin now.
Are you familiar with remote work tools?
Yes, I've used Zoom, Slack, and Trello.
Do you prefer remote or on-site work?
I'm comfortable with both.
What's your experience with customer service?
I worked part-time in retail during summer.
How do you handle a dissatisfied customer?
I listen carefully and try to resolve the issue.
What are your expectations from your manager?
Clear communication and supportive leadership.
How do you handle last-minute changes?
I adapt quickly and stay calm.
What's your favorite productivity tool?
Google Calendar helps me plan my day.
Do you follow instructions well?
Yes, I listen carefully and ask questions if unsure.
Have you ever missed an important detail?
Yes, once, but now I double-check everything.
What's one thing you're proud of?
Completing my final project successfully.
Do you consider yourself creative?
Yes, especially in solving problems and design.
How do you keep improving your skills?
I take online courses and read industry blogs.
What is your approach to group work?
I try to understand everyone's strengths and contribute mine.
What do you do if a teammate doesn't work well?
I talk to them politely and find a solution together.
Do you have experience managing time zones?
Yes, I've worked with classmates abroad online.
Have you ever worked on a deadline-driven project?
Yes, during my final thesis project.
What are your top 3 skills?
Communication, time management, and problem solving.
What's something you've improved recently?
My public speaking skills.
How do you stay calm during stress?
I take deep breaths and stay focused on solutions.
Would you describe yourself as proactive?
Yes, I always try to take initiative before being asked.
How do you deal with criticism from peers?
I listen carefully and use it to improve myself.
Have you ever disagreed with a supervisor?
Yes, but I discussed it respectfully and professionally.
What's your experience with data analysis?
I completed a course and worked on related projects.
How do you prioritize multiple projects?
I assess deadlines and importance, then plan accordingly.
Are you comfortable with public speaking?
I'm improving and practice regularly.
Do you like working in a fast-paced environment?
Yes, I enjoy dynamic work settings.
What's your approach to problem solving?
I analyze the problem, brainstorm solutions, and act.
Have you ever had to learn something quickly?
Yes, during my internship, I had to learn new software fast.
How do you handle feedback you disagree with?
I consider it carefully, but also share my perspective respectfully.
What motivates you during difficult tasks?
The satisfaction of overcoming challenges and learning.
How do you build relationships at work?
By being friendly, respectful, and helpful.
Have you ever managed a team?
I led a small team during a university project.
What do you do when you don't know the answer?
I research and ask for help if needed.
Can you describe a time you showed leadership?
During a group project, I coordinated tasks and deadlines.
What is your biggest professional achievement?
Completing my internship project successfully.
How do you handle conflicts in a team?
I listen, mediate, and seek solutions.
Are you comfortable working under supervision?
Yes, I appreciate guidance and feedback.
What skills do you want to develop?
Leadership, coding, and project management.
What's your ideal work schedule?
A standard 9 to 5, but I'm flexible.
How do you stay organized with many tasks?
I use planners and digital tools to track progress.
How do you handle repetitive work?
I focus on accuracy and find ways to improve efficiency.
What do you know about our competitors?
They are strong, but your company leads in innovation.
Do you prefer structured or flexible work?
I prefer a balance of both.
How do you react to sudden changes?
I adapt quickly and stay positive.
Have you used any project management software?
Yes, I'm familiar with Trello and Asana.
What motivates you to do your best?
Personal growth and helping my team succeed.
How do you handle difficult deadlines?
I break down work and focus on priorities.
What do you do if you're overwhelmed?
I take a short break and reorganize my tasks.
Can you give an example of a time you improved a process?
I suggested automating report generation during my internship.
Are you comfortable working alone?
Yes, I'm self-motivated and disciplined.
What's your approach to learning from mistakes?
I analyze what went wrong and adjust my actions.
How do you respond to constructive criticism?
I appreciate it and work on improvements.
Have you ever missed a workday?
Rarely, and I always inform in advance.
What do you do to stay motivated?
Setting small goals and celebrating progress.
What are your hobbies?
Reading, coding, and hiking.
Can you describe your teamwork experience?
I collaborated on several projects successfully.
How do you manage deadlines?
By planning early and avoiding procrastination.
What would you do if you made a mistake?
Admit it, fix it, and learn for the future.
How do you keep your skills up to date?
online courses and workshops.
What are your expectations from this role?
To contribute, learn, and develop professionally.
How do you handle repetitive feedback?
I stay patient and try to apply it effectively.
What's your experience with teamwork tools?
I use Google Drive, Slack, and Microsoft Teams.
Have you ever missed a deadline?
Once, but I informed my team and worked extra hours.
How do you deal with stressful situations?
I stay calm and focus on solutions.
What are your communication strengths?
Clear writing and active listening.
How do you prepare for meetings?
I review the agenda and prepare notes.
Have you worked with diverse teams?
Yes, at university and during my internship.
What do you do if you don't understand a task?
I ask questions and seek clarification.
How do you balance multiple responsibilities?
I plan my time carefully and prioritize tasks.
Are you comfortable learning new software?
Yes, I'm quick to adapt and learn.
How do you handle negative feedback?
I consider it constructively and improve.
Do you prefer short-term or long-term goals?
Both. Short term for progress, long term for vision.
What's your approach to conflict resolution?
Listening, understanding, and finding compromise.
Have you ever led a difficult project?
Yes, I managed a complex group assignment.
How do you stay motivated during routine tasks?
I focus on the bigger picture and rewards.
What's your biggest professional challenge?
Balancing multiple projects efficiently.
Do you enjoy working with deadlines?
Yes, deadlines help me stay focused.
How do you keep up with industry trends?
I read blogs, newsletters, and attend webinars.
What's your approach to problem solving in teams?
Open communication and collaboration.
How do you handle disagreements?
Respectfully discuss and seek common ground.
What are your plans for further education?
I plan to take professional certifications.
Have you ever failed a project?
Yes, but I learned valuable lessons.
How do you manage work-life balance?
By setting boundaries and scheduling personal time.
What's your preferred learning style?
Practical and visual learning.
How do you deal with unexpected changes?
Stay flexible and adjust plans quickly.
What do you do if you don't agree with a policy?
I discuss concerns respectfully with management.
How do you handle confidential information?
With discretion and professionalism.
What software tools are you proficient in?
Microsoft Office, Python, and Adobe Photoshop.
How do you manage stress during busy periods?
exercise, and time management.
What's your approach to giving feedback?
Honest, clear, and constructive.
Are you willing to attend training sessions?
Yes, I believe continuous learning is important.
How do you handle multitasking?
By prioritizing and focusing on one task at a time.
What are your communication weaknesses?
Sometimes I'm shy in large groups, but I'm improving.
How do you approach teamwork challenges?
By listening and encouraging open dialogue.
Have you ever suggested improvements at work?
Yes, I proposed automating repetitive tasks.
What motivates you to join this company?
Your reputation and opportunities for growth.
How do you deal with failure?
I analyze the cause and try again with new strategies.
Can you handle criticism from supervisors?
Yes, I accept it professionally and learn.
What are your salary expectations?
I'm open to discussion and fair compensation.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, can you tell me more about the team I'd work with?